Good morning, Joanne here from joanne.ie, and I hope this video finds you really well. This is another installment of Raise Your Vibration Through Sound, and we'll be doing a series of these videos focusing on each of the energy centers within our body. And today we'll start with the root chakra, or the root center, which is the first energy center that we usually work with. And a lot of sound therapists often work with, is able to ground people and just bring them back into their bodies. So yesterday I did the first kind of attunement, which was also the same note that we are going to use today. So I have my trusty tuning fork here again, and I'll even just, as I'm talking, just let that sound away in the background, kind of just preparing us to receive the sounds, to help attune our bodies to the sound that we will be playing today. The root chakra is our place of home, of centeredness within the body. It also, when it's out of balance, we might feel ungrounded. It is linked to our security, whether that's financially, within our physical security, our sense of, I suppose, safety as well, you know, whether we have shelter. So if you think about Maslow and his hierarchy of needs, it's that base in Maslow's triangle, where it's our food, our shelter, love, you know, companionship, and, you know, all our basic needs as human beings. So the color associated with the root chakra is red, and you know, you could use different methods to help you bring the energy vibration of the root chakra into your life through color and sound. So even wearing red socks at your feet, you know, or, you know, anything red really. The slower color vibration of the red color is very similar to the note of C, which is related to the root chakra. So it brings about the same kind of vibration, you know, for people who are quite sensitive as well. Color usually has a huge impact on them, but also crystals that you could use, stones. For instance, I have some here. What is good for the root chakra is hematite. You know, these magnetic stones, they are good and grounding stones as well. I only have a small bit of jasper. It's a small little red stone. A lot of people use red stones, and if you're a bit more affluent, you can buy garnets and rubies and those kind of things as well. Okay, so for today, that's just a little bit of information around our first chakra, and I suppose how it supports us and why it's important to keep it in balance. And when it is in balance, I suppose we feel a bit more grounded and a bit more secure and safe in the world. So before we start with the sound, I'm going to ask you just to rub your hands together like this, just here in front of your heart center. Taking in a deep breath and out. Once again, taking in a deep breath and out. Activating the energy centers in our hands is connected to the heart, so it opens up to receive the sound. I often do this in groups as well before we start. So I'm going to invite you to, just wherever you are, whether you're sitting, standing, lying down, just to close your eyes, and I'm just going to play the sound of C, which, like I said, is related to the root chakra today. And I suppose as the music plays, just say, taking deep breaths, and imagine that you are breathing in the sound into your body. It's like, and allow the sound to go to wherever in the body it needs to go, to places that might feel unbalanced, might feel a bit out of whack. I know that, you know, for a lot of people who do suffer from stress or anxiety, this is a very soothing and very grounding sound to use, and it just brings us back to what feels secure and true within ourselves. The organs in the body that's usually related to the root chakra would be all the lower organs, like the bladder, the colon, the kidneys, you know, everything around, you know, and I suppose, yeah, and the sexual organs, the gonads as well, you know, all of the glands within the pelvis area and around the hips, so all of the lower pelvic area. So even if you want to keep your attention there, and as the sound is playing, it's like imagine you breathing in the sound vibration, but also, I suppose, imagine the color reds, you know, in the lower pelvis. It's like the root chakra. As very often they say it's at the tailbone. So if you can draw a little dot, you know, from here, and the tailbone is like where it meets in there. It's like if you can imagine a red kind of glowing ball of energy, yeah. That's it. As you hear the sound, that it kind of absorbs that energy and it grows and it floods the body with all that lovely grounding energy. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to close your eyes now, and we'll start with some of the C note sounds, and enjoy. Taking in a deep breath. Imagine this red ball of light. Just, I suppose, feel that energy of it kind of move through your legs and through your feet, kind of grounding you into the earth. You know, Mother Earth is so good to always support us and sustain us and carry us through this life. Just root that right down into the ground. The element of this chakra as well is earth, and the seed sound is lum. Taking in a deep breath. Don't forget to release the breath as well. Breathing in and out. Taking a deep breath. And out. Taking a deep breath in. Out. Thank you so much for joining me today on Raise Your Vibration Through Sound. And today we used the note C, which was for the root chakra. And I really wish that you can use this on your healing journey and use it whenever you need it, when you need to become a little bit more grounded, or just feed that energy center and charge it a little bit so we can take action as well for things that needs to be done. I wish you well. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.